Right now, the football world is buzzing with one name more than almost any other. Mike Tomlin, the longtime head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. That buzz isn't random. It comes after one of the most dramatic and talked about moments in recent NFL playoff history. Just days ago, the Texans defeated the Steelers 30-6 in the wild card round of the NFL playoffs, a blowout that not only shocked fans but also effectively marked the end of Tomlin's era in Pittsburgh. A day after that loss, Tomlin announced that he was stepping down as head coach after 19 seasons, making this trend more than just a news headline. It's a historic shift in the league and a moment everyone is discussing. Reuters. People are searching who Mike Tomlin really is, why this loss mattered so much, and why his departure is trending worldwide. To understand this, you need to know that Tomlin wasn't just any coach. He was one of the longest tenured and most successful head coaches in modern NFL history. Hired in 2007 at just 34 years old, Tomlin led the Steelers for nearly 2 decades, including 13 playoff appearances, 8 AFC North Division titles, and a Super Bowl victory in 2008. Over his career in Pittsburgh, he never had a losing season, compiling a 193-114-2 regular season record, tying him with Steelers legend Chuck Noll for the most wins in franchise history. Wikipedia. But while his regular season consistency was remarkable, what many fans and analysts noticed over the years was that postseason success became increasingly elusive for Tomlin's Steelers. Despite consistently making the playoffs, the team struggled to go deep. In fact, Tomlin's teams lost 7 consecutive playoff games, a streak now tied with former NFL coach Marvin Lewis for the longest in league history. This playoff drought, especially given the Steelers' rich tradition, put increasing pressure on Tomlin and sparked debate among fans and media about his legacy. Reuters +1. This most recent playoff loss of the Texans was significant not just because of the score, but because it exposed both the limitations and frustrations that had built up over years. The Steelers, historically an elite franchise, found themselves outclassed at home after a tight first 3 quarters. The Texans' defense overwhelmed Pittsburgh in the fourth quarter, and the 30-6 defeat was not just a loss. It was a statement performance by Houston, and a disappointment for Pittsburgh. The lopsided nature of the defeat highlighted deeper issues in the Steelers' approach when it mattered most. Wikipedia. That loss, followed almost immediately by Tomlin's announcement that he was stepping down, became a global trending topic for multiple reasons. First, there's the emotional component. Tomlin's departure marks the end of an era. For fans who grew up watching the Steelers under his leadership, this is a defining moment. Second, the juxtaposition of career success with recent postseason struggles makes his story deeply compelling. Here's a coach who never had a losing season, who gave the city moments of hope year after year, but who ultimately couldn't break through in the playoffs when it counted most. The Guardian. In a franchise known for stability, Tomlin's departure is seismic. Since 1969, the Steelers have had only 3 head coaches, Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, and Mike Tomlin. Now, they are entering a new chapter, searching for only the 4th head coach in more than half a century. That rarity itself makes this moment trending news. It's not every day that such a storied franchise makes such a significant change. BaneWS9.com. But beyond the numbers and the headlines, the story that resonates most with fans is Tomlin's human journey. He was more than a coach. He was a leader, a mentor, and an unmistakable personality in the NFL. Known for his motivational style, Tomlin had countless memorable quotes, some known as Tomlinisms, that resonated not just with Steelers players but with football fans everywhere. Phrases like "a standard is a standard" became part of the team's identity, and his leadership style helped shape the culture of the franchise for nearly 2 decades. Wikipedia. So why is Mike Tomlin trending now, in this moment? The answer is multi-layered. It's not just a heartbreaking loss to the Texans. It's the fact that this defeat appears to have been the final chapter of a storied career, with his resignation coming less than 24 hours later. It's the contrast between regular season success and postseason frustrations. It's the emotional reaction from fans, both praise and criticism, and the broader conversation it has sparked about whether Tomlin's legacy is defined by consistency or by the inability to win when it mattered most. AP News. And it doesn't end there. Analysts, fans, and media around the world are now debating what comes next, not just for the Steelers, but for Tomlin himself. Will he take another coaching job? Could he move into broadcasting? Some club owners have already mentioned interest, while others joke about where he might end up next. Regardless, the narrative of a legendary coaching run coming to a close is the very definition of trending global content. New York Post. When you combine all these elements, elite career success, prolonged playoff struggles, a historic loss at a critical moment, and a sudden end to a long, illustrious tenure, it's easy to see why Googling Mike Tomlin right now returns so many searches. Fans are looking for answers, opinions, context, and history. They want to understand how someone so successful could leave a game at a moment of such dramatic tension. They want to know what this means for the Steelers franchise. They want to know what the Texans' playoff run means in contrast, especially after such an upset victory. Reuters. So as you watch this video today, know that the trend around Mike Tomlin is not just about one game. It's about a career, a legacy, a franchise turning a page, and a football world reacting to one of the most compelling stories of this season. From his early years as a young coach to his final season at the helm of Pittsburgh, Mike Tomlin represents a narrative that every fan, whether you love him or criticize him, can't ignore. And because of all that, right now, he is one of the most searched and discussed figures in football today. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to stay updated moment by moment with trending and breaking topics from around the world, make sure to follow Google Trends, subscribe, and share. We bring you the latest trends, viral stories, and hot news every day so you never miss out on the most interesting and current topics worldwide. Your subscribe and follow motivate us to keep delivering more exciting and trending content directly to you. Thank you very much for watching Google Trends.